Okay, so today we'll talk about the linear inequities. For this chapter, we already learned it in middle school, so we'll go very quick to see how we're gonna solve these questions. So for example, the first one, solving the linear inequities 3x minus 1 smaller than 8. So let's see, 3x minus 1 smaller than 8. So we will move the 1 to the right, which is 3x minus 8 plus 1, 3x smaller than 9, x smaller than 9 over 3. Why? Because for both sides we divided by 3. And because we divided a positive number, which means we don't need to change the direction of this sign. So it's x smaller than 9 over 3, which is x smaller than 3. Okay? So now let's change this question a little bit. So instead of positive 3x, we use negative 3x. Still the same procedures. Negative 3x smaller than 8 plus 1. Negative 3x smaller than 9. So for both sides, we divided by negative 3, and which is a negative number. So we need to change the direction of this sign. So it's negative 3x divided by negative 3. We change the direction of this sign. So the answer should be x bigger than negative 3. Okay, we should learn this in middle school. So now let's move on. Okay, now solving polynomial inequities. Solving polynomial inequities, which is a big chapter for chapter 4, which has a big section for chapter 4, because you can use basically two methods to do it. One is what we call a table method, and another one is graph. So let's see. Remember that you have two methods. One is using the table, which we will explain later, and another one is you are going to use the graph. I would say graph is easier, it's quick. Table takes more time, but they should give you exactly the same answer. So let's see. The first question. We want to find the x value or the range, the interval for x, which will meet this requirement, which is 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 17x plus 12 should be bigger than 0, right? Yes. So when we're trying to find the interval of x, the first thing is we need to factor these polynomial functions or these polynomial inequities. So since the degree here is 3, basically the first step is you need to find a value of x which will make this one equals to 0. So as I mentioned before, you can try 1. Looks like it does work, right? When x equals to 1, I will make this one equal to 0. Let's see. Equals to 1, so it's 2 plus 3 minus 17 plus 12 equals to 0. Great. We find the value x equals to 1. Then now, long division. You remember here is x minus 1. Don't use x plus 1, okay? The up minus lower one, put the negative 17x down. So now it's with 5x. Up minus lower one. which means what? Which means 2x cubed plus 3x squared equals to right? And then we need to do the factoring for this part. And this is what we learned in middle school, I think. So the answer should be okay. So first step, we finish it. We successfully factored these polynomial inequities, right? Okay, based on this, you have two methods. One method is you can using the table method. The other one is you can use the graph method. I will explain the table method first, then I will do the graph method. The graph method is easier, by the way. So let's do the table method. So you first build up a number line. So here is -4, the 0 is -4, 3 over 2, and 1. So basically, it divided this number line into 4 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the table, you need to build up a table. In the table, the first one is x should be smaller than -4. Then, let's see. Yes. X should be smaller than -4, negative x to 1. And then 1, 2, 3 over 2, and 3 over 2 bigger than x. Okay, so now you success in the table, you also divide it into 4 parts. Okay, and then you write x minus 1, x plus 4, x minus 3, and the last one is x minus 1 times x plus 4 times 4x minus 3. Okay, so basically you need to build up a table pretty much like this. Then here says x should be smaller than -4, right? You just give x any number you want. For example, you give x -5. And you plug into this, you see when x is -5, this one is negative, this one is negative, this one is also negative. From -4 to 1, you can simply try 0. So once you try 0, here is negative, positive, negative. Here from 1 to 1.5, so let's say 1.25, right? You can try 1.25, and you can use your calculator to do that. Here is positive, here is positive, here is negative. Bigger than 3 over 2, you can try 2, so it's positive, positive, positive. So this one means what? Means these 3 factors multiply together. So it's negative, negative, negative. The answer should be negative. Negative, positive, negative, positive. Positive, positive, negative, negative. Positive, 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 positive. Okay? So let's see. When x is in this range and this range, they are bigger than 0. Right? Because they are positive. Let's go back to see our question. Our question asking what? Our question is asking you this one should be bigger than 0, right? So from here we know the answer should be what? Should be and. Okay? So basically this is how we do it using table method. The most important step I would say is the factoring. So long division is super important. Now let's do another one with this, which is the graph methods. Graphing method is very easy. Let's see. This is our factored form. So basically, we build up an xy coordinates. So here is 1, 1.5, -4, right? And you see this, you can consider this is a polynomial function. The degree is 3. So it will either have this shape or this shape, right? And then because the degree is 3 and the leading coefficient is 2, so the end behavior when x goes to positive infinity, it should also goes to positive 1. So we should choose this graph. So let's see. The graph should pretty much look like this. Okay, so we know when x is bigger than -4 and smaller than 1, this range, the y is bigger than 0. And then when x is bigger than 1.5, it is bigger than 0, which got exactly the same answer as we got here. Okay, so those two methods, you have to understand both of them. Okay, thank you.